What is anarchy? Well...
Let's get it done. Don't wanna worry no more. Let's put on.
Brainwashed 2. What is anarchy? The misconception about anarchy is that it is a reflection of chaos and destruction. Its true premise, however, is far more terrifying to the powers that be. The word anarchy comes from the Greek and just means no leader. Anarchists feel that all forms of formal authority are undesirable and unnecessary. That includes bosses, government, management, owners, and state-controlled police and military. We could get along just fine without them. In their place, an anarchist wants a society based on voluntary cooperation and free association. Why? And what does all that mean? Here's an example. Say you're hanging around the house with a few friends, and you want to go out, but you're not sure where. Our current system would have one arbitrary person make the decision. Everyone would have to go, and if anybody didn't want to, they'd be out of luck. Either they'd be forced to go, possibly physically, or they'd be imprisoned for their disobedience. Starting to get the picture. Think about it. What do I care what a bunch of people who I don't know and who don't want to know me have to say about how I should live my life? To hell with that. Anarchists believe that legitimate authority comes from consensus, not a single leader. And if somebody dissents, well, an anarchist is brave enough and strong enough to let them. That's right, folks. If a bunch of anarchists decide to do something and you want to pass, you get to, with no hard feelings. Likewise, an anarchist cannot be forced to do something they don't want to do. In case you haven't figured it out yet, anarchists are not all violent, black-hatted fanatics. It's not all about theft, destruction, or killing. In fact, anarchists spend huge amounts of time and energy in selfless and charitable pursuits. Most anarchists are peaceful protesters. The movement spans every generation and culture. They value freedom, cooperation, and respect, but moreover, they care about giving people the power to control their own lives. Governments hate that about anarchists. But they can't stop the rising tide. There are more anarchists every day, and elitists are scared. There are dozens of brands and sub-factions of anarchy out there now, from anarcho-syndicalism to green anarchism to mutualism, and everything in between. But here's the million-dollar question. Does anarchy work? The Spanish Civil War is an example of a time where anarchism ran a society successfully. Another would be the worker-run factories in Argentina, or the worker co-ops in North America. And if you're in an emergency, don't wait for FEMA. Anarchists have fed, clothed, and sheltered more people in New Orleans than any organization has managed to, and they are a huge help in the reconstruction effort. Anarchists are refusing to pay taxes, they're protesting, and they're opting out of corporate schemes in some brilliant ways. So what about me? Where do I fit in with all this? Could you apply the label of anarchist to me? Look, hell if I know. But if you really want to figure it out, just remember this. No matter who you are, I am not one of you. I'm one of me. From a world where a rant is the only way to feel sane, this is Wrayer, signing off.